Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Howson is making a start here. I wonder what sort of a role is he expected to play, Jim?
He's such a shrewd operator, Peter. Anticipation is his game. He's not the kind of player to dive in willy-nilly. He takes a good look around and waits for the right moment to make his move. And his tackling is normally very clean and very efficient. And he should have a big influence now on this defence.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. He's looking wide.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Howson. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. Now Yaya Toure. Cafu. Plays the return pass. And he can clear it away. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Roberto Carlos. And this is Hullet. Tries the cross.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
In once more. And it's Frimpong. Great vision. Looks a promising position. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Stood up well to him there. Neymar.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
O'Shea is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Yaya Toure. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Done delicately. Oh, well played.
Neymar really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Cafu. Yaya Toure. And reclaimed it in a trice. Zé Roberto. Plays a and he shoots! Goal! River Plate! The breakthrough strike! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
River Plate have broken through. It's 1-0.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Yaya Toure can see things others simply cannot. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Ibrahimovic is offering a wry smile there.
Cafu plays it short. He's dealt with that really well. And now they can spring out of defence.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Toure really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
And this is Neymar. That's the keeper's ball. Cafu is one whose deliveries we all know about. Yaya Toure. Messi. Nicely spread. Cross from Cafu. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. And it's half-time here. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game-changer.
And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Jeff, Chiba can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Roberto Carlos gets into a good position. And that could well leave a mark. And he's heaved it away. And it's McTominay. Yaya Toure. Passes short and sharp. It's Ibrahimovic! It's in! They are right back in business.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Howson. Bale! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Now, who's going to be first to this? Howson is there, and he can get that clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Cafu is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Can he get on the end of this? And he's picked it up out wide. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside.
Was that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Well, he's the quarterback equivalent, so I'm not surprised that he's been closed down first.
Cross deflected behind for a corner.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
They've played it short. No way through, so back it comes. Big chance! And he gets rid in a hurry. Good ball, good take. Ah, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Corner number 3 coming up. Cafu with the short one. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. So, another set play. And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. And this is Hullet. Hullet! It's there! And the comeback is complete. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another? Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Messi. Yaya Toure. Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Ribery. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Yaya Toure. Cafu. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Bale does really well to win the ball there.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Messi receives it in a wide position. Looking for options for movement. McTominay. Messi.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Out to the left it goes. Neymar.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
I think we're just about done here. And here's Ribery. McTominay clears it away. River Plate could have here their final chance. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
River Plate really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And it's Neymar. Maldini looking to provide the solidity his team so need. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple.
Well, they've chosen the correct way to see this out because the opposition press is very weak.
It's a searching pass. He's in plenty of space here. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. And there goes the final whistle. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, I have to say I'm thoroughly impressed with what we've just witnessed. As soon as they...
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. McTominay picks it up out wide. Showing good feet. Rijkaard defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Serginho, now he is quick.
Rapid, Peter, absolutely rapid.
I suppose if there was such a thing as a model Brazilian fullback, he'd be pretty close to it, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you don't win all those honours at club and international level without doing something right. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Howson. Some good persistent defending here. Played out to the left flank. No, it's come to nothing. Brilliantly cut out. Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here. Shapes to shoot! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
Well, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. McTominay. And it's Hullet. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Yamal is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. Cafu gets rid without sophistication. Tries to dink it through. O'Shea tries to clear. Batistuta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. It's run loose, who's going to get there? Lovely feet. Yaya Toure. Looking to play him in. Chance, surely! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Jeff, Chiba really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And it's been taken short. And now they can spring out of defence. Barcelona applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course the returns can be terrific. And it's Neymar. Batistuta. Oh, that was vital. And he's gone looking for safety. Ambitious ball here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Howson is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Hakimi. Rijkaard. And Neymar. Looking for the run. Yaya Toure. Roberto Carlos. So what can they make of this? And it's McTominay. Roberto Carlos. Knocks it into space. Oh, played through for the wide man. Roberto Carlos. Now that looks a decent ball. Lovely bit of skill. Roberto. Chance! Roberto Carlos is flagged offside. Cafu tries to play it through. Oh, good take and a good real chance! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Serginho is looking to influence the game from out wide. Neymar. That's a cute ball. Ronaldinho gets into a good position. Can he finish? Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Neymar really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Neymar plays it short.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Oh, there's a probing ball. And here's Yamal. Oh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So we reach the halfway point.
What a pleasant surprise to see how open this game is turning into. Just wondering if the two teams are going to keep doing what we've seen in the first half. I hope that...
Can he finish? Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, I thought the keeper did well to retrieve that. They work all week on that sort of situation, and he reacted very well then.
McTominay. Played back into the centre. Now Yaya Toure. And it's Messi. Yaya Toure is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. And here's Messi. Played back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
And it's McTominay. And this is Messi. Batistuta. It's Ronaldinho. And it's Neymar. No, not quite on the same wavelength. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And this is Batistuta. In once more. It's a mighty effort! And it's hit the woodwork and out! And he's quick to get it clear again.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Quarter of an hour into the second half. Oh, no joy this time. Howson. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Neymar. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Neymar might well be in for a mouthful from his boss if his teammates don't get there first.
And the counter is on. Yaya Toure. Pull it.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern...
There's the header! Sticks it away! First blood drawn. Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Cantona to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of, go make a nuisance of yourself.
So we have the first goal.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Yamal proves just a little bit too strong. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. McTominay with a definite fell there. Neither of these two want to come off second best. The ball swung in. Big header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. And it's Roberto Carlos.
Jeff, Chiba surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Yamal has it in a wide position. He's found a way through. Yamal's cross. Searching pass he's played there. Pullet providing an outlet on that flank.
Substitution on the field. Number 20, McTominay. Number 4, Pullet. Number 10, Messi. Number 2, Cafu. Coming on the field.
Ronaldinho going face-to-face with his great rival.
Number 23, Lukaku. Number 22, Mateus. Number 18, Baresi.
1-0 as we head towards the end. Looking for a runner. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Yamal!
Lamine Yamal really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Lukaku plays a sharp little ball here, and it's been played through. That is a brilliant interception. Howson. And the referee brings it to a close. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Ibrahimovic demonstrating again that he is the real constant in this side, indeed in this game, completing 400 appearances here today.
Well, what a feat, Peter. This really does speak volumes about how much he dedicates himself and keeps himself in top condition for every one of those match days. He's a shining example for anybody with aspirations like that.
McTominay. And it's Roberto Carlos. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Knocks it into space. Played into space out wide. Rodri. Cafu takes control of it and he's on the move. Looking for options for movement. And he's onside. Another chance from a corner. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Oh, no joy this time. Cafu is always looking to play quality balls. Howson. And it's McTominay. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Cafu. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. McTominay. Rodri producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Turns back here, probably the best option. Yaya Toure. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Rijkaard. Cafu. Now, can they get him away? It's Van Basten! Now, that is commitment to the cause. Roberto Carlos goes short. Roberto Carlos with the short one. Played it again. And it's claimed by the keeper.
Well, they're clearly focusing on that right side, Peter. That's where the crosses are coming from, where the danger lies. Olise clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Howson. And it's Hullet. It's Roberto Carlos. And it's McTominay. And here's Ibrahimovic. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Tries to thread one through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
McTominay clears. Rodri. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Messi picks it up out wide. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Adams, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Hullet receives it in a wide position. It's a searching pass. Cleared away. Rijkaard. Rodri. It's Roberto Carlos. Ribéry, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And we're already back up and running after half-time. So neither side has yet broken through. Ibrahimovic. Now it's Hullet. And they can counter here. Cafu. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. And it's McTominay. And it's Yaya Toure. Muscular approach does pay off here. Can he get it through? Gullit has it out wide and in space. Now the ball's gone astray. Cafu did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Neymar. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Now it's Gullit. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's picked it up out wide. Neither of these two want to come off second bet. And the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And he's there to get it away. Almost an hour gone. Roberto Carlos. He won't be happy with that one. Some good work on the right flank here. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Yeah, I think it's a scoreline in keeping with what we've seen up to this point. Combined attempts at goal aren't high in numbers, and we could do with something to spark this contest into life.
That's really well cleared. And it's Yaya Toure. Oh, it's come loose. O'Shea is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Can he get on the end of this?
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Rijkaard. And the counter is on. Neymar. Oh, this is a terrific run. He has found the way through. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Neymar. Spread it left.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Ribéry will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Ribéry, good driving run.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Yaya Toure. And here's Gullit. Cafu. Rodri. Over to the left. McTominay. And here's Gullit. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Neymar.
Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price.
Substitutions taking place. Substitution on the field.
So here comes a substitution.
Number 20, McTominay.
Cruyff gets it away.
Messi.
That's a delicate pass.
Gullit.
Neymar. Shot a goal! Yes, he's done it! And that might well be that! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Barcelona take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
Looking to play him in. Roberto Carlos delivers.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Climbs up big! Harmlessly behind. Baresi picks it up from the goal kick. Neymar looking to play him in. Oh, he's played it in low. Well, this is a guy who has pushed back the boundaries year on year. A brilliant maverick who just, Jim, seems to go on and on.
Yeah, he's simply the boss, Peter. Everyone else, including us, just the supporting cast in an act where he will always take centre stage.
In the Zlatan show, Zlatan is the only star.
I'm not arguing.
Yaya Toure. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Now Yaya Toure. O'Shea. Passing is crisp and sharp. Quarter of an hour played. And he's forced to go back. And it's Hullet. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Fernando Torres. De Bruyne. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And Bebeto! The alert has passed. It didn't always look as though it would.
It's just a perfect example of why they can't afford to lose the ball.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Pull it. Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls. Cafu. And it's Messi. That's good pressure, closed him down quickly. And here's Messi. Oh, good spread. Cafu. And he's whipped it across. Could move up a gear here. O'Shea kept his eye on it, and he's there. Cafu, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Neymar. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Yaya Toure opts for safety. Now Howson, and it's Yaya Toure. And it's Yaya Toure. For Yaya Toure. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. He's played it back. Nice looking ball. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Messi. And it's McTominay. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Great ball, and he's Pedri! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And it's been taken short. Elects to cross. Messi! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Roberto Carlos. Looking for options for movement. And this is Hullet. Gets into some space. Oh, that's nice. McTominay. It's a good-looking delivery. Baresi gets rid without sophistication. And the referee brings the first half to a close. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And we are back on the way. So the first half brought no goals. And it's McTominay. Yaya Toure is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. McTominay. And it's Yaya Toure. Pull it. Trying to get out of a very sticky situation. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Neymar. Baresi, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And it's Pedri, pinches it off him. Still waiting for the game to take off here, 0-0. Over to the other side. Cafu. Cafu going face-to-face with his great rival. Now McTominay. Defending here is really tight. 60 minutes played. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. And here's Ibrahimovic. And he's been shifted off it. And he has been fouled there. So, is it really plausible to have a hit from here? That was travelling. O'Shea. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. No, that's been intercepted. McTominay. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Cannavaro. Torres. Neymar. Just eases him off the ball. Pullet can be a real threat inside the box. Roberto Carlos. The ball has bounced loose now. Oh, he's been caught napping! Pedri. De Bruyne. And it's De Bruyne. Nicely weighted ball. Messi. Roberto Carlos. Looking for the run. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Looking to go deep.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Cafu goes short. Great chance!
Jeff, Chiba really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, that's a key interception. Neymar. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Applies the finish! O'Shea.
Well, it's very much looking like this might be destined for a scoreless outcome.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Pedri. Neymar. Tries a measured ball.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Messi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Can he finish? Oh, that's incredible! And that might well be that!
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Brazil take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
2 minutes to be added on.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Plays it through.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
It's a mighty effort! And with that, the final whistle. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. The very versatile Shinji Kagawa, possibly, Jim, one of Japan's finest footballing exports.
Yeah, absolutely. The sort of player, Peter, you'll need if you're looking to play a stylish possession-based game. I expect that, regardless of his initial position, he'll end up playing like a number 10 or an auxiliary striker.
So rapid of thought and of deed. I wonder what he has ready to conjure up for us today.
I can't wait for it.
Howson for O'Shea. Howson. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. McTominay. Roberto Carlos. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Roberto Carlos receives it in a wide position. And the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Plays it across. Tries to get it clear. Looking to play him in. Cafu gets into a good position. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Royce. Great defending, strong and determined. McTominay. And this is Ibrahimovic. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Played into space out wide. And that has been cleared. Oh, this looks sharp. Pass somewhat off target. And it's Hullet. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Abiati gets his hands on it and the danger is averted.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Ibrahimovic. Messi touches it back. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Royce. He's found a way through. It's Park Ji-suk. Thinks about the shot. Kagawa! He's missed, but not by that far. And Royce! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Oakland Roots really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Nice physical challenge. Hullet dominates aerially so often. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Cafu will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Yaya Toure. Messi. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Kagawa, played out to the right. And that's... Can he finish? And it's a goal! Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's McTominay. And here's Ibrahimovic. Now there's... And the shot! No mistake! And the lead lost no time at all! And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in...
And the finish! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Howson makes the interception. Hullet. Roberto Carlos is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Cafu receives it in a good position. Bullish header! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
They've played it short. Kelly tries to clear. Messi! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Yaya Toure. Messi. The muscular approach does pay off here. Cafu. To Messi. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Rodri. Van Dijk. A probing pass.
You can never be short of runners into space.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. He's shifting through the gears here. Shapes to shoot. He has done it. And they're back in front. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Kagawa plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Roberto Carlos. And it's McTominay. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Hullet. It's over the line, and that'll be a goal kick. Rodri. Goes looking wide. Now it's Royce. Stood up well to him there. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. And he cuts out the supply. Oh, can he get onto this? Roberto Carlos. Pullet is fouled. Park Ji-sung. Now it's Kagawa. Kagawa going face-to-face with his great rival. Messi picks it up out wide. He rises! It's hit the crossbar! He's had it. Shoots! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Roberto Carlos tries to pass it through. Oh, it's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. It's a promising position. He is through here. Kagawa. Real chance! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Substitution in progress.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Looking for the run.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
McTominay. Mbappe. Oh, no joy this time. And it's Roberto Carlos. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Roberto Carlos. McTominay. Played out towards the right wing. No, it's come to nothing.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Floated through. And he's straight offside. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. And it's Kagawa. And he's worked it through.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Now it's Hullet. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Hullet. And here's Messi. He's in a great position here. Delivered with swing.
There's much frustration as to the...
And the referee brings it to a close. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another day. Sadly, not today. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were...
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, as you can see, we've already started. Shot at goal! They've scored! The ideal start!
That's the purpose and intensity they showed from the first moment. They really did fly out of the blocks here.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come. Goes for a shot! And it's in! Two! And we've barely begun here. That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Hazard on a charge down the left. Can he get it through? Roberto Carlos receives it in a wide position. Roberto Carlos proves just a little bit too strong. McTominay. Zubimendi does really well to win the ball there. Threads one in, and it's made its way to him. Aimed beyond the defence. Great ball if he can get there. And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Pullet demonstrating again that he is the real constant in this side, indeed in this game, completing 400 appearances here today.
Well, this couldn't have happened to a better player, Peter. I say big congratulations to him, someone who's told me on...
Neymar! And he's there to belt it away. Messi did well to step in there, that was more than necessary. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Looking for options for movement. James crosses. Goal kick, as confirmed by the referee. Roberto Carlos. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Cafu in acres of space out wide. And that has been knocked clear. They've scored! A goal beyond special, however it came. 400 not out. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Corinthians are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Knocks it into space. Roberto Carlos. McTominay, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Back towards the middle. McTominay can see things others simply cannot. And here's Hullet. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Cafu. And it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now it's Hullet. Neymar. Corinthians do have a chance to counter here. Can he get on the end of this? Real chance! It's there! They have come roaring back!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
McTominay. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, good spread. That is good strength. Hernandez does really well to win the ball there. Neymar. Stojkovic. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Cafu. Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Turns back here, probably the best option. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Played over towards the opposite flank. Yaya Toure has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. McTominay tries to pass it through. Cafu plays it. Up he goes! And it's come back out to him. What a wonderful goal! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Looking for the run. Hernandez gets into a good position. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And this is Neymar. And this is push. Can he finish? Sticks it away. And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And the first 45 minutes are up. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides. Terrific half, 4 goals split evenly, beautifully set up for the second period to follow. And the game has already resumed here. Now it's Messi, and it's McTominay. O'Shea. And here's Hullet. Roberto Carlos is wide and looking to get onto this. Stojkovic. Can he get it through? James. And he skips past his man. Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. James, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. O'Shea. Now it's Hullet. Hernandez. Bastoni. Conte. It's a promising position. Nicely shaped ball. It's a goal kick. Roberto Carlos. McTominay, who does have an assist to his name. And it's O'Shea. Howson is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. To O'Shea. Hullet looking understandably energised after his goal. Roberto Carlos, deep cross, climbs up big! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Stojkovic. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And he's quick to get it clear again. That's tidy. Looking to go deep. Big header! He's scored! And they're back in front. Certain, searing and imperious.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Roberto Carlos. Gattuso, always on the lookout for any signs of danger. Now it's Haaland, and it's Gattuso. He's in space and looking for options. Oh, that's neat. Elects to cross. Stojkovic.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack. Corinthians really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Keeper's got good distance on that.
There they go, hunting again.
Now it's Haaland. Roberto Carlos. Floated through. Good ball, good take. Beckham. And it's Conte. Here's Haaland. Not the most convincing of passes. Cafu. Howson. Roberto Carlos. And it's Roberto Carlos. Now Gattuso. Pull it. Roberto Carlos has it out wide and in space. Lovely bit of skill. He's shifting through the gears here. Cross needs to be good. Hernandez with the clearance. Very much into the last knockings. Great vision. Now it's Haaland. And here's Neymar. And he can clear it away.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
He's got away. That's that, the end. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. And they've switched it over to the other side.
That's a great ball cross-field. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Cafu could try cutting inside here. Van Dijk gets rid without sophistication. Can he get it through? Now it's Hullet. Roberto Carlos. Great vision. Cross goes in there. Punched away. Played back in. Ramani tries to clear.
The Dutch introduced total football to the world, and in many ways, Ruud Gullit is the perfect example.
Well, he really could play in any position.
Yes, he started as a sweeper and showed that he could play anywhere in midfield and indeed up front. Big, strong and absolutely gifted.
Roberto Carlos. Nothing significant to report up to this point, but we are still very early in the game. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Messi. Shapes to shoot! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
O'Shea is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And back to the goalkeeper. No goals as yet. Cafu tries to play it through. Messi picks it up out wide. That'll be a throw. Van Dijk gets it away. Yaya Toure conjures time and space where few can. Roberto Carlos. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Beckham. That's Rijkaard. Neymar. Howson. And it's Roberto Carlos. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Now McTominay. He's in space and looking for options. Shot at goal! It's in! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Oh, that's fabulous. Now, can they get him away? Oh, played through for the wide man. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Beckham. And it's White.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter, there was absolutely no space to work with.
It's a searching pass. Haaland gets flagged offside. Yaya Toure. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Cafu. For O'Shea. And he's forced to go back. And it's Yaya Toure.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Dealt with nicely by the defence. And the whistle goes for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Leading 1-0 at the break. So we're just... Decent chance! Now that is commitment to the cause. Howson getting this one clear. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Messi. Well, that has not gone well. That's a sharp pass. White. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Ah, that's a fine interception. Toure getting this one clear. And that's really well manoeuvred. Shoots! They've done it! They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
RZ grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And here's Messi. And he's made sure that's not getting through. White. Rijkaard.
We're in for an intriguing second half now. Contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Real chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Pullet really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Nicely weighted ball. Haaland receives it in a wide position. He slings it in. And that has been knocked clear. O'Shea. And he's had it nicked away. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rijkaard. Now this could be a chance. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. And the shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's had it taken off him. McTominay. Hullet. Tries to pass it through. Short changes him with that pass. Ramani. Rijkaard. White is one whose deliveries we all know about. Neymar. Threads one in. Great chance! He scores! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
75 minutes played. Great defending, strong and determined.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Now it's Messi. O'Shea, and that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's a good ball out wide. He is through here. Roberto Carlos out-muscles him. Howson. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos going face-to-face with his great rival. O'Shea. Turns back here, probably the best option.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Cafu. To O'Shea. And it's McTominay. In with the challenge.
Jeff Chiba really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And that has been slung wide. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And that will be it. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Jeff Chiba just may have felt a little extra pressure in front of their own fans that caused a nervousness and tension.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Now, this could be a chance. An early chance there, first of the game.
Cafu clearly was a little selfish there, but I don't think it was a bad attempt.
It's their second corner of the game. Cafu with the short one. Oh, shooting chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Gets the shot away!
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Knocks it into space.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which...
He's got tall! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Jeff Chiba are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So, a breakthrough already. Pullet stood his ground. Big header! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
Vlahovic does really well to win the ball there. So just one early goal to report so far, and the score is 1-0. Pull it. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Messi.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Park Ji-sung pinches it off him. Now it's Cruyff. Cafu. Cruyff. Oh, Cruyff! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Corner number 3 coming up. Cafu goes short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Royce. Passing is crisp and sharp. Kagawa. Oh, a delicate chip through. Not the most accurate pass. Cafu. O'Shea is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Kagawa. Quality ball. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Vlahovic is flagged offside. Cafu. Cafu drives forward on the overlap. McTominay, a player who needs no introduction. Looking to play him in. And it's McTominay. Kagawa. Tries to pass it through. Oh, played right into his path. And that's put paid to a promising move. Ambitious ball here. Toure promptly onto that, and that is that. The muscular approach does pay off here. Oh, good take in a good area. That'll be a throw. He's found a way past. Swings in across. Another chance from a corner. Surely now! It's been blocked.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, lovely bit of skill.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
He is through here. Well, that is a good challenge from him.
They need to play this...
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. So your views on the first half?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that, and still very much in this game.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And he's had a shot! McTominay clears it away.
This is the time you need that pace.
Royce could try cutting inside here. And here's Kagawa, in by Kagawa. Out of play for a goal kick. And he's been shifted off it. Park Ji-sung. Now it's Vlahovic. Kagawa. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And it's Hullet. McTominay. And it's Hullet. Well seen, saw that coming. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Vlahovic.
Oh, great feat, that.
He has found the way through. Vlahovic! It's loose, and there's a... And it's come back out to him. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. He's had it taken off him. That has been slung wide. Threads one in. Crosses it in. Can he get on the end of this? They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
And this is... There's the shot! It's fallen kindly here. Goal! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Messi gets the call to seemingly universal approval.
Now, that's what you call a luxury addition, to be able to summon someone of this calibre.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And this is Messi. That's been cut out, well played. Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. O'Shea. Oh, there's a probing ball. And here's Hullet. McTominay. Spread it left. And he's managed to get free. Takes a shot! He has done it! Such thrill, such noise, and how this matters! The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Substitution on the field, number 6.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Number 8, Gattuso.
Bullet constantly looking for the ball into the box. He's under a lot of pressure there. And Park Ji-sung! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
All the way back. Kelly. Rodri. That's a good run he's making there. That's an excellent interception. Now this goes for a shot! And that could have brought them level.
Bullet really wanted that, didn't he? Probably a little too much, to be honest.
Yaya Toure. Great vision. It's a promising position. Hullet. Backward it goes. Messi! And that would have won it.
Messi really should have done better there. I just hope for his sake that he doesn't live to regret that.
Park Ji-sung. Nicely spread. Roberto Carlos kept his eye on it, and he's there. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That's the keeper's ball.
Jeff Chiba clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Hullet. Howson. And this is Hullet.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Tries to play it through.
Decent attempt, that, just a little mistimed. Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Played out to the left flank. Now it's Mbappe. Hullet. This could be their final throw of the dice.
Substitution in progress.
Now, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. So, time for a potential game changer.
Well, it's going to make for a frantic end, Peter. Let's hope he's got...
Climbs up big! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Distributed tidily. Howson is always looking to break lines. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. And that will be the final act. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And already we're underway here. And here's Hullet. And here's Hullet, spread it left. Roberto Carlos swings it across.
For me, Peter, David Beckham is one of the greatest wide players of his generation.
And a bit of a throwback in a way, in the sense that he's a right-footed right winger.
Yeah, it's the perfect position for him. His game has never been about cutting inside. It was kind of the hit the byline and get crosses in.
He's often mentioned, though, hasn't he, that he'd rather play in the middle.
Yeah, and that's something I find hard to understand personally, in view of his brilliant skill set.
And it's McTominay. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, he's burst through. Haaland. Looking for options for movement. And this is Raul. And he's on his way. Raul showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. That is ended up in no man's land. That's very neat. Great vision. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Engages and forces him off the ball.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
And this is Beckham. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. And now they can spring out of defence. O'Shea. And this is Roll. Roll gets flagged offside. Has a look and plays it forward. O'Shea is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. McTominay. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And he's onside. Haaland had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
Oh, he's been caught napping! Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well-timed, excellent interception. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know.
He rises! And he's taking no chances there. Hangs one, big header! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Monaco really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
O'Shea. And it's Cruyff. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Ibrahimovic. Roberto Carlos. Oh, good take in a good area. And the shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Goal! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And here's Rashford. Decent chance! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Raul is offering a wry smile there.
Cleared without hesitation. Serginho. That's a nicely weighted pass. Rashford! They've scored! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. And Hullet! Marvellous goal! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? No, that's been intercepted. Howson. And the half-time whistle goes. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls. Howson. And it's Cruyff. And here's Hullet. And here's Hullet. Baresi did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Incoming delivery. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Roberto Carlos. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, he's found support out wide. Roberto Carlos has it out wide and in space.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Cafu goes short. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Roberto Carlos. And this is Cruyff. And this is Hullet. No, he's not going to get any further than that. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Roberto Carlos. Cruyff. Cafu. Hullet receives it in a good position here. And here's Ibrahimovic. Beckham. Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Baresi. Beckham. Now it's Raul. Out to the left it goes. Raul. No, not quite on the same wavelength.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Substitution on the field.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Ibrahimovic. Number 14. Johan Cruyff.
Monaco can try it again now.
Number 9. Erling Haaland. Number 23. Lukaku. Number 10. Messi.
And he gets rid in a hurry. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's found a way through. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. And it's Roberto Carlos. Oh, nice touch. Baresi tries to clear.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
O'Shea, Yaya Toure, and he's had it nicked away, wriggles his way through. The referee's awarded a free kick. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. So there's going to be another change here.
Substitution on the field. Number 6, O'Shea. Number 20, McTominay.
Rashford.
Coming on the field, number 18, Baresi.
Lukaku
Number 8, Gattuso.
threads one in. Good ball over the top. And he's lost his man here. Big chance! It's there! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Number 10.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely...
Tries a shot! Yes! And they are pulling clear here. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So now the difference is 3. Looking for a runner, dink through, and that has been clubbed away, taken back almost at once. And here's Messi. He's played it back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Cafu. Messi looking to get on the end of this. Cafu picks it up now. That is lovely. He is through here. Yep, it's a corner.
Substitution in progress.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
And it's been taken short. Rice. That's that, the end. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one out. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
This lad, Ødegaard, is a player with quite a story. He was plucked at a young age from his native Norway, of course. He's done his tours of duty with a view to aid his development, and now he's gone full circle, posting some impressive figures along the way.
And the shot! Goal! Monaco! And Monaco take the lead. How'd you look back on that goal?
Well, I thought once he got the first part of it right by getting his knee over the ball, it was always likely to be drilled very low, and so it proved.
Number 10, Martin Ødegaard.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Yaya Toure. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Now McTominay. O'Shea. Turns back here, probably the best option. Now that looks a decent ball. Can he latch onto this? And he's managed to get free. No way through, so back it... He gets big! And he hits the net! And they're at it again, in double quick time! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Monaco are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Knocks it out wide. Roberto Carlos. And that is out and behind. It's a good block.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
They've played it short. Now it's Ibrahimovic. There's the shot! It's in! An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
They want to be quick to recover this. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle.
We could be looking at a game-changing moment.
Bullet! That's a half-decent try.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Hakimi. And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Not the most accurate pass. It's a searching pass.
Jeff Chiba are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Cafu, he's shifting. It's a mighty effort. He will be livid with himself. Saka. Now it's Mbappe. Plays a sharp little ball here. Saka gets into a good position. Nice control. Messi. Long ball upfield. Roberto Carlos. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Oh, can he get onto this? You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Saka. And it's Ferdinand. Hakimi for Messi. He steps in, and that's the end of that. McTominay, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And it's Messi. O'Shea. Looking for the run. Thinks about the shot. Real chance!
Has been indicated.
Hakimi attempts a clearance. Climbs up big against the crossbar. Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Hakimi. And there's the end of the first half. So engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
And we are back underway.
Jeff Chiba really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Cafu. Flash. He's got full. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And this is Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic! It's loose now and they want to get it back. An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
Cross in, looks like a good one. Cafu. O'Shea. Monaco can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
O'Shea simply refused to be outdone there. And the pass is intercepted. Stojkovic. McTominay plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Roberto Carlos goes on a charge down the left. McAllister. Ødegaard. Spread out to the left.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And it's made its way to him. Played into the box. Nicely spread. Played back in. And he's in on goal. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Jeff Chiba really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Substitution on the field.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
Hakimi. Stojkovic. Now it's Martinez. It's a really well-measured ball. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. And it's Ødegaard. Now it's Lukaku. Monaco are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Spread it left. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Just about up to 75 minutes. And this is Lukaku. Now it's Gullit. Now it's Messi. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Mbappe, given the lift of his goal. Ødegaard. Saka. And it's McAllister. Now Martinez. Ferdinand. Out to the right. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Cafu. Oh, that's neat. He's found a way through. Here comes the cross. He's got a goal! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Fernando Torres coming on here as broadly expected.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
McTominay. Substitution. Substitution on the field. Number 4.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Jeff Chiba really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
Coming on the field.
Now, can they get him away?
Well, at least they acknowledge the effort.
Number 15, Paris. Number 8, Gattuso. Number 19, Kefren Turam.
Roberto Carlos is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. De Paul spots it and intercepts. Adams. Stojkovic. And it's Messi. Confirmation that there will be 2-minute stoppage time. He shifted it to the flank. Now Mbappe. Can he get it through? And that will be the final act. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts, highly entertaining until the very Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. We have already started here. Cafu. That's going right the way across. Yamal carries the ball down the right. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Alexander-Arnold. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I think it would be impossible to overlook this fella, Lamine Yamal. Obviously, he's often deployed as an inverted winger, but what stands out in his game is that he really thrives on one-on-one situations, and I always think that that brings excitement and entertainment to a game of football. And of course, his job is to supply, and it's never as easy as people think, but he's doing it quite well.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument. Decent chance! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Knocks it into space, and he lines up. Up he goes! Cleared away, and again! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
They've played it short. Bullet! And that was very necessary. Moved on forwards. Played it early. And that is expertly dealt with. Now it's Mbappe. Now, what about a counter-attack? Davids gets a foot in here. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's plain for all to see who has settled into this game with the greater superiority. Now for a goal.
Now it's Yamal. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. Bullet dominates aerially so often. O'Shea. Now it's McTominay. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Swings it, he rises! Oh, the ball! Oh, he's been caught on it here! He is through here! Shot, decent chance! And he has kicked it out somehow!
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Mbappe. He's picked his way through. Yamal, he's had a shot! Goal! Argentina! That was a given. It always was.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Argentina have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Roberto Carlos providing a chance! Oh, should really have made more of that.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Ronaldinho, very much a man of this moment. And it's made its way to... Can he finish? Oh, denied brilliantly.
Rafinha clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Gets a good foot in there. Now it's Yamal. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. McTominay. O'Shea. Distributed tidily. Cafu. And that's a good ball. Now then, the ball's come loose. And this is Hullet. This might spell danger. They want to be quick to recover this. And that has been knocked clear. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
And it's Ibrahimovic, played out wide. Cafu. Has crossed into the middle. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Corner number 3 coming up. Cafu plays it short. Another corner. Any better luck this time round? So their 4th corner of the game. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Roberto Carlos. And here's Messi. Now there's a fine ball.
Se agregará un minuto al tiempo reglamentario.
Neymar. And it's Robertson. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very... And the shot! And it's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Rafinha. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And he's intervened well there. Beckenbauer. Alexander-Arnold. That's a good ball out wide. He's in space and looking for options. And the finish! A real chance and a real let-off.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls. And it's McTominay. McTominay stood his ground strongly. Argentina appear to be happy to let their... Ibrahimovic! They've done it! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Ibrahimovic demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
He's going for goal! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, they didn't smell the danger early enough, but I suppose better late than never.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Shot at goal! And he hits the net! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can't come into it, and it didn't.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Howson threads one in. Cafu. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Fired deep. He gets big. It's in. And they're back in front. Certain, searing and imperious.
He was always going to do that one way or another. A fantastic effort. Simply fantastic.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Yamal takes a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Argentina really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Oh, that was vital. 75 minutes played.
Se va a realizar un cambio.
Adams. Rafinha. It's Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And now the breakaway. Nicely weighted ball. That is ended up in no man's land. Neymar. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Neymar. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Messi has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. It's a really well-measured ball. That's a lovely, neat pass.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
I think we're just about done here. Into the last 5 minutes.
Argentina really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Número 13.
Roberto Carlos, a picture of focus and alertness. Hernes.
4 minutos de compensación.
And it's Gattuso. 4 added minutes on the board. Cafu. Nice looking ball.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. And time is up. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
What a game. What a show of character. It wasn't looking good at one stage. It was quite flat in the first 45 minutes. But that's how you turn things around. You get a purpose in your game and you go for it.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.
Señoras y señores, queremos pedirles su apoyo para nuestra fundación Mejor Estadio.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And already we're underway here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Lamine Yamal. Well, this guy, Lamine Yamal, Peter, certainly is a very exciting talent. A natural right winger. We all know about his technique, but he's very impressive with his decision-making too. And when you consider that his job is all about supply, it's all about end product, he's become actually quite good at that. His ball retention is quite strong. And when you've got that in a wide player, you're onto something.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. It's gone out for a throw-in. Well-timed, excellent interception. McTominay. Howson. And it's Yaya Toure. O'Shea. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. And here's Ibrahimovic. Oh, this looks sharp.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's Forlan. O'Shea cuts it out. McTominay. Now it's Hullet. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Looking for options for movement. And this is Hullet. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. And that pass just didn't quite work. More and more pressure on the ball here.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Now it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Cafu. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Messi. O'Shea is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Van der Ven did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Kane. And it's Serginho. Serginho. Hazard gets into a good position. It's Hazard! And that would have been some goal.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. O'Shea. McTominay. Pull it. And he's forced to go back. And it's Yaya Toure. For Messi. Messi charging forward, the ball at his feet. That's tidy. And it's McTominay. O'Shea. Now Howson. Yaya Toure. And here's Hullet. Thinks about the shot. And he passes it long. Howson kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Neither side giving way. It has been tight. Messi. And it's Rice. Howson. Yaya Toure. Turns back here, probably the best option. O'Shea. Messi powering forward here. And here's Ibrahimovic. He shifted it to the flank. Hazard going full steam ahead down the left flank. And the first half is done. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
That's a lovely, neat pass. And the keeper's given it away. Great chance! He's scored!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
So the first goal of the game.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Gullit. In by Gullit. Forlan tries to clear. Rice. Now it's Messi. Now it's Yamal. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. McTominay is being harried and hassled.
Well, he's the quarterback equivalent, so I'm not surprised that he's being closed down first.
Goes for a shot! They've scored! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
And things are much healthier in their favour.
Takes a shot! And it's in! Just one goal in it now! Game on! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. And this is Gullit. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And this is Hazard. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Flamengo choosing to make the first change.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence. as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Substituição.
Oh, that is a nice touch. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Forlan goes short. Hoisted in. That's a good cross in and a good clearance out.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Rice picks it up out wide. Shot a goal! Toure gets rid without sophistication. And it's Serginho. Can he latch on to this? Dealt with nicely by the defence. And he's whipped. There's the header! Oh, that could cost them.
I don't think he can quite believe he didn't capitalise on that. He clearly fancied his chances.
Camisa 5, camisa 13, deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 7, camisa 21.
Howson. Cafu, not the most accurate pass. It's loose now and they want to get it back.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Rodri gets in to thwart him. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Foram indicados 4 minutos de acréscimo.
Roberto Carlos. Howson is the distributor in... Oh, that is asking for trouble. And the shot! And he thumps it clear. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football, a real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Ibrahimovic taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Jeff Chiba demonstrating exactly how to play on hostile ground. They were forced to persevere and be patient, but they never lost their belief.